Girls be like, yes, I just tried this new foundation. It is everything. Hey guys, welcome to the first video of the Makeup 101 series. And today we are going to be talking about foundation. Coming to you guys with a blank face. I don't have eyebrows on. I don't have any makeup on my face because I want you to see exactly what I do and how I get the results that I get. And a plus thing is I am going to be using majority of drugstore products, if not all drugstore products. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thumbs up if you like the video. And remember that beauty is not one size fits all. So be your own type of beautiful. When starting out with foundation, I always like to start with a clean face, and I've washed my face and I don't have any products on it. And then the next thing that I like to do is I like to moisturize my face. The moisturizer that I'm going to be using is Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer, and this is with the sunscreen 15, SPF 15. Even if I'm inside, a lot of times I will use an SPF to protect my skin and me with premature wrinkles. So I'm just going to take some of that and apply that on the skin, and then I am going ahead and rubbing it in. And now you do want to be careful with SPF if you're going to be using any type of flash photography, because sometimes it can go ahead and give you a flashback, causing a white cast on your face in the picture. So you do want to be careful with that. Now, after you go ahead and apply your moisturizer, you then want to apply a primer. Now, what the primer is going to do is going to create a shield between your skin and the foundation. So if you're wearing your foundation long wear, it will help from that foundation into seeping into your skin and your pores, and thus clogging your pores, causing acne. But it's also going to basically set the base for your foundation as well. And if you have any problem areas, this can help fill in pores. This can help make your foundation last longer. If you have discoloration, this can, depend on what kind of primer you use, it can also help with evening out your skin tone, so that your foundation looks better once you put it on. So the primer that I'm using today is the Maybeline Master Prime, and I am going to just apply my primer on my face. And the one that I have is the Blur+Smooth, so it's supposed to help with pores, because I have really big pores like in my cheek area, in my nose, so basically like this area of my, I'm just applying the primer on the back of my hand, and then I like to dab the primer on with my finger and rub it in. Since I'm not going to be doing any eyeshadow today, I'm just going to prime my face and just apply some chapstick. And this is the chapstick in the Aloha coconut flavor, which I think is becoming my favorite chapstick. Like, I'm a chapstick girl. I know people like EOS and stuff like that, but just give me a plain old chapstick. Now, I get a lot of questions on how to match foundation. I like to match my foundation either to my neck or to my chest. That way my face looks the same as my body, because you don't want to look like you're wearing a mask. You know, you don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the foundation, and the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Revlon Color Stay in the color 400 Caramel. And the one that I have doesn't have a pump, but they have came out with ones recently that have a pump. I saw that in the drugstore and I was like, dang for real, Revlon, y'all had to do me like that. Y'all could have gave me the pump on mine. But I'm happy they did come out with the ones with the pumps. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my Revlon Color Stay foundation on the back of my hand, and then do it just like how I did my primer. Just stipple it on my fingers and then blend it in. And make sure you do have clean hands, because you don't want to start just spreading germs, especially not on your face, because we do not want breakouts. we want to avoid breakouts. So I put a lot in my hand, and that's why the pumps are really nice. Like, I put way too much on my hand, so I'm just gonna try to scrape some of that back in the bottle. And if you guys see me looking over, it's because I'm looking in the viewfinder because I don't have a mirror. So yeah, kind of winging it, and this is my first time using my new camera. So I have my foundation on the back of my hand, so now I'm just going to go ahead and stipple it on my face. And if you have any problem areas, you want to like make sure you put foundation on that area so you can get the coverage that you need. So like, I have like I have some scars in this area right here. They're really light, you can't really see them, but I know that they're there, so I put foundation. I always make sure I put the foundation on those areas to cover. And now, I remember when I started makeup, I didn't even know what foundation did. Basically, the foundation is just going to even out your skin tone and make your face look flawless, basically. Like, your skin is perfect. So after I went ahead and I've put the foundation all over my face, which you can see is a pretty good match, like, for my body and my face, then I'm going to go ahead and use my Real Techniques sponge here, and I am going to blend the makeup out. Now, this sponge is wet, and I like to wet any of my beauty sponges that I use to blend in foundation. I like to wet it with warm water, because just like putting the foundation on the back of your hand and that heat warms the product up, the warm water will warm the product up as well, and it's just gonna make the product easier to move around your face and blend onto your skin. So I'm just going to then take this and blend. And now, if you don't have a sponge like this, you can also use a brush. A brush I would recommend for doing something like this or doing your foundation. Elf powder brush. This type of brush works perfect as well. And you'll see me use this later on in the video because I am going to use this for my powder. But this type of brush is perfect. Yeah. So I'm just blending the foundation in so that I look even, and you do want to blend it down the sides of your face and your neck a little bit so you can not look like you're wearing a mask. My eyebrows look a mess, y'all. So, alright. You don't want to see any streaks. You just want everything to look really even. And as of right now, I feel like I like my results. Let's say after you put your foundation on, you still feel like I have too many blemishes peeking through. That's when you go ahead and take a concealer, your same skin color, and apply that on the blemish. You could even do a concealer that's a bit darker, just a tad bit darker, to really help conceal the blemish. And you just apply that right on the blemish and then blend around the edges so it looks smooth. So now that we have our foundation down, what I'm going to be doing is I want to make sure that my foundation lasts. What I'm going to be using today is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color 355 Coconut. And so I'm going to be using that e.l.f. powder brush that I told you guys about earlier, and I'm just going to apply that into the powder. And then I am going to powder my face. Now, what I like to do to make sure I get like the most coverage and really set my foundation really good is, instead of like buffing like this all over my face, which can disturb the work that I just did with putting down the foundation, I like to pat my powder in. And I'll show you how I do that. So basically, I put product on my brush and then I go in and pat the powder in. This way I know that I'm getting good coverage from the powder, and really setting my face and not messing up the work that I just did with blending the foundation in. And I do like to swirl my brush in the product. Like when I'm in a rush, I'm like, hurry up. Pat, pat, pat. That is it. Like, now the foundation is applied. Now, if you are going to, you don't want to look powdery, or you're going to be wearing foundation long hours like I typically do, what you want to do is then, as an additional step, take a setting spray. And the setting spray that I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. All right, so it's focusing. Setting spray, just like the powder sets the makeup in place, the setting spray is like a hairspray for your face. It's gonna keep that makeup on a little longer than just what the powder would do. So what you want to do is take your spray and then do an X, and then you could do like a T. And if you're a little crazy like me, you could just like spray. Whew. After you spray your setting spray, basically that's it. Like, you're done. Your foundation is done. Now if you want to go in and add some contour to your face, some highlight, bring back the definition or the shape in your face, and you have the option of highlighting and contouring. But let's just say you just want to run out the house and get a nice even base on your skin. You want your skin to look even, then that's it. You just, there's your foundation application. Let me know if you guys have any questions in regards to any of the products that I use, or what I like to use for a higher end alternative. And everything that I did use today will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Makeup 101 series. I hope that you enjoyed it. I can't wait to see you in the next video.
Over here. Goals. Okay? Goals.